Welcome creators, I'm the Hommeyosh, and this is my channel, where we inspire creativity, explore game development, and bring Unreal Engine projects to life. In part 13 of the third-person game series, we're updating our enemy AI. Right now it can only chase and attack the player, but it just stands still until it sees the player. In this video we'll fix that by making the AI roam around the map, using the getRandom node, and then tie that logic into the attack system we built in the last videos. If you missed out on the third-person game series, go back and watch the third-person game series playlist on my channel. The link will be in the description. And remember to like and subscribe, it really helps out the channel. With that said, let's jump into the editor. Okay, we're opening our editor. I opened up the third-person game project in the Unreal. We're using Unreal 5.6 still. And under the content drawer, we're going to find our, in our contents, we're finding the third person. We're looking up the blueprints, and here's our characters. We got our character that we're using, and here's our enemy. We're going to open him up. Here's all our logic. We are going under the pawn not the attacker. We are going to move all this. Here's our pawn sensing. This is where we're going to put our logic. So what I want to do is just move all of this logic and move this down a little bit to give us some more room. We're going to bring this comment down so we can keep it all organized. So we're going to move the hearing. We're going to separate this a little bit. We're going to move this down here. This is our on-see pawn event here, on sensing, pawn sensing. And this is our on here pawn sensing event. This is all our logic. So down here is where I want to start our new roam. We're going to call it roam map. So I'm going to get a custom event. There's our add custom event, and I want to call it roam map. Okay, so now we got that event set. What I want to do is I want to go over here into the components, and I want to look for character movement and drag it in. So I got character movement, and then off the character movement I want to set up max walk speed. So there's our max walk speed. So we want to max walk speed to be 150 because the maximum walk speed is like 600, but when he's walking it's about 130, between 150, a little bit faster. So we're going to connect that to our event. So now we switched over the max walk speed to 150. Now next thing I want to do is I want to get actor's location. Get actor location. There it is right there. Get our actor location. We'll just leave him right there. And now we want to get our famous node called get random location and navigable radius. So we're going to get random location. Oops, spelling that wrong. And navigable radius. Okay, so now we want to do is we want to connect the origin to the get actor location. All right, so next thing we want to do is we want to get a self, get a reference to self, and we want to connect the get random location to AI move to. So there's our AI move to, and then we want it from the get random location, we want to get the random location and set it into the destination. So this is the destination. This is going to control, and what we're controlling, the pawn, will be the self, the reference to self. And now what we want to do, go back to the get random location, and under radius, we want a radius of 1000. Now you can change this if you want to make it bigger and just have them walk around a little bit more. That's up to you. Okay, so after that's all set up, we got the AI move to, we want to go ahead and repeat this. So I'm going to go ahead and hit F2. I'm going to hit Control C to copy, and I'm going to come off on success and hit Control V. So there's our roam map that we just made. So this is going to do all this logic, and then it's going to repeat itself, the roam map. Okay, so next thing I want to do is right click, and I want to get a begin, the event begin play. So it's going to bring us to where the event began. That's all the way up the top. So I'm going to stretch this out a little bit, and I want to go ahead and comment this so we know this is the begin play. Okay, so next I want to do is I just want to get a sequence. So what this is going to do, this is going to go ahead and play out the first one, which is 0. It's going to play out all this logic, and then after it's done playing that logic, it's going to start with the sequence. And what I want to do is I want to play the roam map. So it's going to go ahead and play that. Let's go ahead and put some reroute nodes in here. So you just double click on the string, and there's our read node map. And we go ahead and compile this. Let's make sure everything's set up correctly. So we'll go back down to our pawn sensing here. And first thing I want to do is make sure that this is comment out. So I'm going to highlight everything, hit C, and we're just going to call this the roam map. Okay. So we'll move this over a little bit. We're just going to pull this down. So all we have to do is call on this logic. Compile and save, and now let's test this out. And there's our player. He's randomly moving. But if I run up to him, it sees me, it plays the sound, but he's not moving. He's still stuck at the max walk speed. If I walk up to him, he still attacks. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. Alright. So I'm going to scroll back up here, and on the pawn C, I'm going to move this back down a little bit, give us some more room. Probably got too much room, but don't want to mess anything up. So we're going to change a lot of this here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to take from the on pawn C event all of this. Let's just make sure that all of this is set in one direction. And from here, I'm going to take this, drag this out, and I'll move it over a little bit. And what I want to do is I want to get another sequence. There we go. And I want to do once. So we will only want to do this once. Oh, no, that's too much. Too many O's. Yeah. So we're going to do once. We're going to see all this. We're going to pull up. No. We're going to pull this out a little bit further. There we go. So it's not in the way of the do once. Okay. So, and another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this cast a third person character. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. So we're going to delete that. Patch it in from here to the play sound. And what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this AI move tool. Yeah, I know. So let me hit, oh, we're going to separate this. We're actually going to move all of this down here now. Like, what's going on? So don't worry about it. Everything's good. We're doing good. So now I want to take the pawn is we're going to get the target actor. Okay, we're going to put that there. And then we're going to put this into sequence 1. Now we're going to have another node, and we're just going to go and retriggable delay. Oops, what's going on? Oh, there it is. Retriggable delay. We're going to use this node here. And I found out 6 seconds is good. You can set it at 4, 5, 3, just how many seconds, but I found out 6 is good for this setup. Now, another thing we want to do is we want to set the max walk speed. So we're going to go back after play sound at location. We're going to set max walk speed again. Walk speed. Oh, something I'm not doing it right. Set max. Wait, what's going on? Oh, I'm sorry. I have to go into the components and bring out the character movement here. So we're going to bring this down right here. And now we're going to get the set max walk speed. There it is, the set max walk speed. And we're going to go ahead and connect this after play sound. So we're going to set the max walk speed to now 600. So when he sees the character, he's going to run at 600. Okay, so right after the triggerable delay, we want to get the max walk speed again. So we're going to get another max walk speed. So we got our max walk speed here. Oh, sorry. No, we want to set the max walk speed. We don't want to get it. Yeah, we are setting the max walk speed, and we are setting it to 600. There we go. Okay, so we're going to connect the max walk speed to the retriggerable delay. So we're going to straighten this up a little bit, maybe move this over here. And I want to get another thing here because we got the do once here, and that's only going to do it once, which we wanted to continue. So what I found out, if we make a custom event here, add custom event, and I am going to call this do again. Yeah, that's what we're going to call it. And we're going to hit F2 here. I'm going to copy this. So now we got that custom event. I want to call it again right after set. So we do that. You're going to hit Control V here, and we'll get the do again. And after that, we want to get the row map. Okay, so after it's done completing the attack cycle, it's going to go ahead and restart the event. It's going to go ahead and reset it and do it all over again. And if it's not, it's going to go ahead and roam the map. So now I want to do the same thing down to here onto the on pawn here event. So just like we did there, we're just going to go ahead and do everything again. So we're going to go ahead and just move this down a little bit. We want to bring this in here. We want to take all this logic, we're going to move it down out of the way. And then like before, just want to get our sequence. We'll start with that, get our sequence here. So that's going to go ahead and do all our logic. And after, for the first one, we're going to get the do once. All right, so after the do once, this is going to be the event. Now this is going to stop everything. If he gets hit, it pauses everything. That's what this is about. This was like important here. That's was in the last video. And like I said before, we want to go ahead and delete the third person character. We don't need that. And we want to go ahead and detach this from here. Go ahead and move this over so it plays down at location. And then we're going to take the AI, move it down here. And then we're going to go ahead and connect that to the second sequence, which is number 1. 0 is the first one, and then 1 is our second. And then we're going to go ahead and get our retarget. You know, it's better just to go ahead and take this one, hit Control C because we already got it set, and bring it here. So it's already set at 6 for us. And then the next thing we're going to do is, like before, we're going to set the max walk speed with our character movement. So let's get the set max walk speed. Okay, and like before, we want that 600. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate this, and oh, sorry, I do not want to attach it to that. I'm going to Alt detach. And make sure, oops, sorry, no, our target goes into the character movement here. So bring this up, connect this after the play sound. So that's all done there. We got our character, after the retriggerable delay, we want to go ahead and make sure our max walk speed, and it's not set on this for some reason. I don't know, we should have set it already to 600. But now, instead of, we call this do again, I am going to make another one on the reset. I'm going to make another custom event. Here's our add custom event, and I'm going to call do do again 2. Did I spell that? Yeah, that's right. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hit C. Oh no, I do not want to hit C. Let me get rid of that. Delete it. There we go. I want to hit F2, Control C. So now we're going to go after the set here, and we want to repeat everything. So we're going to go ahead and bring this down. We're going to hit Control V. There's our do again 2. That's just an event. You can call it whatever you want. And after this event, for some reason, I thought it'd be good to put a delay in. I'm going to test it out with a delay. No, I'm not going to put a delay in. So now we want to get the row map. There it is. There's our row map. And we're going to hit Control. We're going to hit Save. Sorry, I did not connect the instigator to targets. There we go. Compile that. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to put a delay between these two just to help it out after the do again. I'm going to put in the delay. 0.2 seems to be good. And I want to do the same here. I'm going to put a delay here. Thought I can do without it, but I don't think it's good to do without it. So let's go ahead and bring this up a little bit closer. Let's save the room here. Bring this up. Make my comments a little. So I'm going to go ahead and grab all this and bring this back up just to clean things up a little bit. I'm also going to, I'm going to comment this out here. Hit F2, F2 here. And we're going to get the here. Okay, so it hears, this is the pond sensing for the C event. We're going to go ahead and comment all this out. And this is going to be the C. Bring this down a little bit. Okay, so we got this all commented out. This is our pond sensing. This is all the logic here for the C. And this is the here. And this is the this is all the logic for the row map that we just made that we called on, that we keep calling on. Okay, so now I want to go into the map real quick, and I just want to make this map a little bit bigger. So all we're going to do is just, I'm going to go ahead and Control C, I'm going to copy this, duplicate it, bring this out here. And I'm going to take this barrier, and I'm going to copy one and just move it down right out here. And I just want to bring it down a little bit, just so I can jump over it, but stop the enemy, just to test things out. Next, I want to go back on, I want to go into the viewport here, and I want to check out the pond sensing here. And I want to make sure that I have the intervals turned down to, I have it at 1.5. I want to make it 0.1. Okay. And we have the sight radius. I'm going to make that 75 so we can see us a little bit better. Make this at 1000. Well, we'll make this the hearing at, what do I got here? We'll just make this at 20. And the hearing threshold, we'll set that to 1000. There we go. That looks a lot better. So let's go ahead and compile, and let's test this out. So there's our enemy over there. Let's go ahead and get into his view. Oh, he's walking away from us. He's gonna hit me! Run away! Run away! I'm getting stuck. Ah, you're not gonna get me. So I'm gonna sprint a little bit faster than him. And I'm gonna jump over the barrier. I can't jump over the barrier. But he lost. He didn't lose interest. So let me go back and make that barrier a little bit lower so I can jump over it. That should be good right there. Let me go ahead and save that. Let's start off again. So he's walking around randomly. And I just want to get over the barrier. So this would be like hiding. So I'm away from him. He just sits there for the delay for 2 seconds. He's going to wait, and then he goes back to his random walk. So let's go back over there. We're just going to sprint right in front of him. He's detecting me. He's chasing me. So we're running the same speed at 600. So I'm going to do turbo boost, jump over here. I'm going to get out of his sight. I'm going to see what he does. Let's stop here. 2 seconds delay. Oh, he's going right back to it. Now let's try out the hearing. So I'm going to go behind him. He heard me. He's running. He's chasing me. He's chasing me. So turbo boost, jump over the barrier. It'd be the same thing as like hiding somewhere or not. So there he goes. That's it, creators. We added random roaming to our enemy AI. So now it patrols the map instead of standing still. When it sees or hears the player, it switches into attack system we set up in earlier parts. If this video helped you out, hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the rest of my Unreal Engine tutorials. And like always, stay inspired and keep creating.